Okay, here we go. So I wanted this team call tonight to just kind of give you guys some inspiration, a little bit of motivation, and just kind of do like a wrap up for the year. It's been a year to say the least, um, and a lot of changes and a lot of things have happened. But I truly have I have, and it's not just because it's the end of the year. It's not just because it was just Christmas. I truly have this hankering in my heart and in my soul that this is a year for a lot of you guys on this team to really have your business move forward in the way that you want it to. But as all of us probably know, motivation is kind of like a crock of poo, and it doesn't really get you that far. So while I'm here and I want to push you and I want to motivate you and I want to tell you guys, take your families to Disney World if you want to take your families to Disney World, or if you want to take your husband on a trip, take your husband on a trip, whatever it is that you want to do. I will tell you that all day long, and I believe you can do it, because if trust me, if I can do it, anyone can do this. But that alone isn't going to get you there. You have got to be doing you have to be doing a certain amount of tasks, a certain amount of times a week, and you have to make it a habit, and you have to make it a discipline, just like we do with our workouts, just like we do with eating right. We might be a little bit motivated by these 80-day obsession transformations, and it might really be pushing us, but after a week or two, I have a feeling we're gonna all say to ourselves I'm already a little it's autumn. I've been with Autumn for the last however many years, if you've been the coach with us for the last 3 years, or at least with us in programs or whatnot, and I just have a feeling we're all going to feel a little not as motivated. But by then, hopefully, we've done what she said, and every day we've done the program, and we've made it a habit and a discipline. So I want you guys to figure out, when you're doing goal setting for 2018, what is number one. I want you guys to figure out what is the one thing that you will, without a doubt, get you out of bed in the morning to work on your Beachbody business. I've been asked that a bunch this year, and it's a very hard question to answer. But what is the one thing that will push you every day to get out of bed to do this? And I don't literally mean put your feet on the floor, walk into your office, or sit at your kitchen table and do this, but what will make you do it that day? When you decide to have that time carved out for you. I want you guys to think about goals setting and goals for not just January and not just for 80 days, but I want you guys to think about goals for at least the next 6 months. I know a year is a long time, and sitting here now thinking about last January, it seems like it was forever ago. And sometimes I think back, what does it matter? So it seems like it was forever ago. And so a year is a long time, basically. So let's not think about how we want to start and end 2018. Let's just figure out how we want to feel, or where we want to be in the next 6 months. I think 6 months is a very tangible, not too long of a goal to work towards, especially with our 80 days we're going to have. That's going to not fly by, but I mean, come on, we're all getting older. We all know time flies by every day the older we get. So it's going to fly. It's going to, springtime is going to be here before we know it. And, what do you want to have accomplished? What would make you look back and realize this, what I did every day was worth it? So I just want to kind of share with you guys a couple of my goals from the past 3 years. because I think they're all very different and they've all evolved and changed, and it's okay. And I just want to share them with you guys to like kind of give you guys some ideas and thoughts. But obviously we know that this is something that you specifically need. It needs to be your goal ultimately, because if you come up, so for instance, my goal with this when I first started was we're going to be able to, we're going to replace my nursing income. And that's my goal when I first started. And while it's a very nice goal, I didn't need to do this every day to still be able to stay home. Like without Beachbody, we had already decided that I was going to be home anyway. So I think for a whole year and maybe almost even two, I was working for a goal that didn't make sense and didn't push me enough, because I knew that I wasn't just home because of Beachbody. Does that make sense? Like, am I making sense a little bit here? So I've had to kind of this entire last like I'd probably say 6 to 8 months even, kind of just like assess and really like dig into, I'm home regardless of this company and of me starting this business, because we had decided that like 2 years before I even ever heard of the name Beachbody. Like, so it has nothing to do with being home. Being home, like, it obviously provides me some more time and things like that, but I'm not home because of it. So when I used to speak about like wanting to grow this business to be home, like I'm already home, so I'm not growing. Like I'm not talking about the right stuff. And clearly today, obviously I'm not at my goal of my nursing salary because I never really was working for that. That was like some just goal that I had, but it didn't really make sense. So my goals have changed. They've all like come and gone. I had goals to be 5-star elite. And for those of you who don't know what that is, if you are a diamond or you grow diamonds underneath of you on your team, it means you have 5 diamonds. And elite is just something that comes with you growing your business and helping your team do the same thing. It comes with extra bonuses. It comes with a lot of extra perks, like being the first coaches to like test out groups exclusively. Programs, trips. So that was a big goal for me as well. And I, a lot of times, was not seeing that something that's talked about very much in our network, that when you have a goal for a rank like that, it doesn't necessarily align with income. So while I was like chasing this goal of like, let's just say, my nursing salary, whatever it was, I don't even know. Let's just say 50,000. And there are 5-star elite coaches who don't make that. So they don't mash up. I'm working and spinning my wheels and doing things that didn't make sense. So then I was working towards, not the goal of the money, but the goal of the rank. And I was like, forget about the money. But in reality, like, working for a rank for me, like, I am a person who needs recognition. And if you are a person like that too, if you want your name in lights and if you want to walk across a stage that only maybe the 6 people you're at Summit with know what that even means, like, that's fine. And I want to do that. I really do. But I'm willing to take my time getting there if it means I can make more money, because that's what my family and I need and want right now. Hence money, because we wanted to go to Disney World. So obviously that goal changed. Now this year, the last like 6 to 8 months, I've been really, like I said, reevaluating things. And I want you guys to do the same. I want you guys to like be smarter about the goals that you're setting. And I want you to look at them in different terms. So for me, for instance, I just was talking to some other girls, and we were talking about how, our customers can enter the Beachbody challenge when they send in their befores and their afters. So I've realized that I barely have anyone send in before and afters. And I don't know if it's because like I'm not getting people results or if they're just not doing it, or if I'm not sharing about it, which that being the number one thing, I'm not sharing about it enough at the beginning and ends of my programs. But I think that that is a goal that I would actually like. I would like for my people to send in their befores and their afters, even if it's for 3 days or 21 days, and I'd like them to get something in return. And I like them to be excited about it. So for me, I want to have a goal that every month, like I'm going to come up with a number, but every month I want to successfully have like 2 or 3 people submit their results. And I actually personally know coaches who have had their customers submit results and be the challenge winner, like the $500 a week or whatever it is month winner. So it's possible. It's not some like lofty, like, winning the lottery thing. I guess you just got to think about how many people actually enter. So your odds are pretty good. So that's like a goal that I'm going to set for myself. Another goal, and I've talked about this a lot the last few months with you guys, is getting all of my coaches to be like, so for myself, I want to be 500 in volume strong a week, but I want my coaches to be able to develop 500 a month strong in volume. So that means they're selling whatever they're selling, or they're whatever you're selling, because personal volume is different from team volume. But I really think that, as time has gone on, and now I'm 3 years into this, that I've seen that people can do this all sorts of ways, but you have to figure out what works for you. I've gone the way of requiring people to buy a challenge pack. I've gone the way of, running free 5-day groups. I've gone the way of just running a continuous group all year long for people who paid $160 one time. Like, I've done every sort of which way you could ever figure out to run a group. And I've had the most success when I have met people where they're at. And I have not worried about my Success Club points. And I have not worried about if I was going to get the prize that month or whatever. I have had the most success and the most enjoyable time just meeting people where they're at. And if that means someone on Instagram that I just met bought Clean Week and I got like $7, I am happy the girl bought Clean Week, and she's going to be starting it. So like, that's what matters, that she's starting. It doesn't matter that, I couldn't get her to buy a challenge pack, but that didn't make any sense. Like, she doesn't know me from Joe Schmo. Like, I didn't really want her buying a challenge pack from me just because we connected on Instagram. I wanted her to get started with something small and see the value first. I think so that's another goal that, I'm striving for this year, is to have myself and my coaches more go for volume, because obviously, as we can see as emeralds and diamonds and stuff, volume obviously pays more. But, getting to diamond to get that higher cycle bonus is important equally as well. And then what was I going to say? So the other thing that I think is very, very important and really makes me succeed at working towards my goals and getting up every day to do the things that I don't necessarily want to do are those have been the times when I've had someone to push me. So I've been through my share of success partners. I've been through my share of people who I've bounced ideas off with and talked to and things like that, and just friends and things like that. I think it's really important to find someone so I don't know if you guys, I think you guys hear me talk about Kevin Shaw, from corporate, but he posted this thing the other day. And if you haven't read it, you should go to his page. It's Kevin Shaw, SHAW, but it's just his personal page. And he has these random things called shower thoughts. And the other day he posted one and it was like, you know, why is it like the day before you leave for vacation, you seem to get the most done ever, but you just can't get that stuff done any other time of the year. So he said that example, but he came with it in the example of he had to host Christmas for like 30 some people in a house that like just fits 4 people. And he was like, my wife and I cleaned from top to bottom, every nook and cranny. We did things that we have never done in the 12 years that we lived there and made this place immaculate. But it took us hosting Christmas to like do it. He's like, so it doesn't, he's like, we need that accountability and that push from people who aren't going to be so forgiving and nice. So he was saying that, you know, so I was agreeing and thinking that like, I think a lot of us have gone and talked to like success partners and tried to find people, and even if it's like a friend within the team. But I think one of your goals and one of my goals is to not just have one person specifically, but find the people out there in the coaching network who are going to tell me the ugly truths and who are going to push me and who are actually going to say, hey, Megan, like you wanted Disney World, like Disney World. And then you go do it, like, because that was your goal. So, you know, a lot of this is like kind of full circle, but you need to set specific goals. You need to figure out like exactly what you want to work towards in the next 6 months. And you need to figure out why you want to work towards them. You need to figure out the things that are going to make a difference in getting you to them, what's going to get you out of bed each day to do those tasks. But then I think the third part is you need somebody or some people who are going to give you the ugly truth. So if you have a success partner, you think, or you have somebody who you guys are calling each other success partners, and like the business isn't going anywhere, or even your challenge groups aren't going anywhere, like I think you have a great friend and a great friendship. But I think if you want your business to move, or if you want something different, then you've got to reevaluate who you're going to use to push you and give you the honest truth. And I would love to help you all do that, but I can't help everyone. But I will put on my fierce no BS hat and I will hold you to it. So if you do share your goal with me, I can't promise you that I will be that person that checks in with you weekly, but you better believe that I will be checking in with you at least once a month and telling you, like, don't give me any BS. Like, Carrie, you said you wanted to be home with Bradley and stay home with him, you know, and continue to stay home with him like you are right now. Like, you didn't want to go back full time. Like, so don't tell me XYZ because I know you want to stay home with that cute little boy. Whatever it is. And I'm not saying that's her goal. I just like pulled somebody out of thin air. But yes, have to set goals. It's not just because it's the end of 2017 either. I think it's really important we just move forward with a chunk of time, like the next 6 months, and just look at it like that. And then I had one more thing to say, and as usual, I forget. So you're being very loud. My cat. What was I going to say? Oh, okay. I think this is it. I've been wanting to so for a long time, I would set goals and I would get them and I would feel accomplished. And then, you know, I also had plenty of times where I made excuses. And one excuse that I've always had, and I don't like to call it an excuse because he's actually a human being, is Bryce. And so probably from May last year to, I don't know, September, key summertime, I just allowed myself to stop doing the things that I needed to do to grow my business. And I justified it as I want to spend this time with him and not look back and regret it. And that's fine. And I look back right now and I don't regret a single time over the summer or from May until not really September, maybe like October, that I laid off the business a little bit. Um, I don't regret it at all because I know like I was doing exactly what I needed to be doing. But here's the thing. First and foremost, I still took care of myself. I didn't just say, I'm not going to work this business, so I'm not going to work out. I'm not going to drink my shake. I'm not going to eat right. Secondly, I continued to work on myself personally. So you better believe, like, if I wasn't out there inviting every day, I was still doing my personal development and still listening to videos and listening to Melanie Mitchell's podcasts and the wake up calls and all of that sort of stuff. I can say that, so the thing that I probably got away from most was making new connections, adding new people to my network, the actual things that are going to move my business forward. But the things that I just didn't want to do because because it wasn't driving me for some reason. So I guess I'm saying this because I want you to know that, like, you're going to have seasons where this feels amazing. You're going to have seasons where it kind of sucks. You're going to have seasons where you are going to want to be spending your time with someone else or doing something else. And that's okay. But you can't ever forget that this isn't just like, you have to remember to take care of you too. And I don't ever want you to stop taking care of you, and I don't want you to ever stop sharing that. Because I think if you stop taking care of yourself, and I think if you stop sharing that, at least on social media, and you get out of people's eyesight, you're not just doing yourself a disservice in your business that you can justify by saying, I was spending time with Bryce. You're doing so many other people a disservice. Like, you really are. There are so many people out there who need to know that it's more than just like, we don't just work out and just play videos on our phone or whatever to, like, make some money. We do it because it's actually what's needed to, like, be a good mom and to be a good wife and to be a good employee. Like, so even if you start and hit the gate running strong for 2018 and you feel a little burnt, or maybe right now you feel a little bit burnt out, like maybe you're kind of in that spot that I was in, you still take care of you and you still share your journey, and you just still let people watch because they need to see that you're going through sometimes the same things that they might be going through, or they just need to see your positivity still, because you can still be positive and not invite people. Let's be real. You could still be a positive impact on this world and not go out there and ask people to be in your challenge group next month. You can. And I think that everybody has time, can make the time to work on themselves and to share it publicly, even if that, you take something else out of the equation, like another one of the business pillars. So I'm not like trying to give you guys an out. I hope it doesn't sound like that. I'm just trying to, like, be real and honest about, I've been there and I've stopped doing some of the things that I should have been doing that I know probably could have pushed me a little bit further. And while I'm okay with that, I still did the basics, like like breathing and drinking water daily. Like I consider working out and having my shake like me just basically eating and sleeping, like the basics. So yeah, like I said, I'm not giving you an out, but if you ever feel burnt out, or if you are burnt out, like, I think that you need to just refocus and, remember that you're committed to this for life. You're not just committed to it for the next 80 days, or you're not just committed to it for the next year to pay for Disney. You're committed to this for life for a reason. a greater reason than paying for Disney. Like, I hope that makes sense. Like, I know Michelle always says, like, we have a bigger purpose here. And I really do believe that. So, like, bigger than my goal. So I just hope that gave you guys a little bit of motivation, but I hope that it also helped maybe give you some tangible things to try to like set for yourselves for 2018, at least for the next 6 months. Does anybody have anything they want to share or add or, say or ask questions or whatever? So we have a few minutes left. So if so, just unmute yourself. Yes, Kyla, exactly. Totally will happen. And I have found that to be so true. Like, when I felt so like, I don't want to say like hated, when I felt like I just disliked this so much, it wasn't that I disliked it. It was like that I had let myself get so far away from the people and the things in it that made me happy that I needed to like lean back into that. So I needed to literally in October, like, so August was the first month I didn't hit Success Club in like 27 months. I hit 2, which sucks because I had just come off Summit with being a legend, like meaning you hit Success Club for 24 months in a row. And I hit 2, didn't even win the Team Cup prize, the Daily Sunshine blanket. But then in September, I had like 12 new people. And I just like let myself beat down so much in August that in September, I really didn't focus that well on those 12 people. And I made a commitment that from September until November, up to the holidays, I was just going to take that little chunk of time from September to the holidays. I was going to only work. I was not going to spend my time finding more people. I was going to spend my time within my challenge group and just work with those people. And if it was meant, like seriously, if God meant it to be that in October I had new people and in November I had new people and in December I had new people, then it would be. But I needed to just re-engage with those September people, pull them back into October, give them my all. And the people who did join me new, like, they got me all. And I didn't do, if I wasn't doing anything else for the business, I was within my challenge group at least every day for those people. So I was leaning in, like I needed to be there. That's why I got into this, to support people, to empower them, to make them feel good. Like, so I needed that to get back in there. So that's it.
Megan, did you listen to the National Wake Up Call this week? That's like pretty much what she talks about.
Oh, really?
In a sense, like refocusing, like how she kind of lost her joy in the business and how she kind of had to look at it again through those new coach eyes and like what excited her and what made her passionate in the very beginning when you're making next to nothing and you're still doing all this work for people.
Yeah.
It was good.
Good. I need to listen to it. I'm going to listen to it tomorrow. Yeah. Brian's taken Bryce for the day and he's been off for 2 full weeks already. So like, I am going to get so much stuff done. Oh, but not Beachbody stuff. So don't even think like I'm ahead of the game. It's going to be like tax work.
Yay.
I know. So I'm going to listen to that while I'm doing it. But see, like, they didn't even ask me to be on the call, but I could have been on the call.
You should have been.
All right, girls. Well, thanks for hopping on. I really hope that you do take some time over the next week or two, aside from getting people into challenge groups and setting up groups. I hope you take some time to like just personally figure out your own goals and what you want to do the next few months, and share them in our team page, and let us know and let us all kind of support you and push you there. Because I think it's safe to say that our group of people will definitely be loving and supportive, but we can also give you that tough love push too. So share it with us. I would love to hear it. And I will talk to you guys soon.